Thank you everyone for joining us today as we introduce Shoko Gordon and her family to talk about the history of origami and particularly cranes in Japanese culture. This will be available on our YouTube channel after today. And thank you, Shoko, that is a beautiful crane. And so by the end of the day, hopefully ours will all look the same. Shoko is here today as part of our campaign to make 1,000 paper cranes, and she will tell you why the number 1,000 is so important. And again, thank you so much, Shoko and family. Let's get started.
Right, thank you, Melissa. So yeah, we are so excited about this event, and thank you so much, everyone, for joining this event. I appreciate one of you guys. So let me talk a little bit about history of origami. So in the 7th century, a Japanese monk brought paper from China to Japan. And then after that, Japanese people started making nice and firm paper called washi. Washi means a Japanese paper. I believe some of you must have seen Japanese paper, washi. And after that, maybe around like 300 years ago, it's easier for them to make washi, Japanese papers, easier, so that they were able to produce Japanese papers, washi, more and more, so that lots of people have started using papers. And then, so around that time, they started making like, origami, like cranes, and some kids started, making like boxes. My daughter, Caroline, she's 11 years old. She made this box. And like this one, this is a koi fish. And then, this is a paper balloon, like a kid's play, like that. Yeah, stuff like that. So, and what should I tell? So papers in Japan are, especially washi, is very important and kind of like a sacred. And so that's why when you go to Japan, Japanese shrine, you see some papers at the gate or in front of the shrine. I will show you one of the pictures. Sorry, where is it? Oh. Okay, Melissa, is that okay for me to share?
Yes.
Pictures?
Let me find you here, and then I can make it so that you can.
Okay. Anyway, so Japanese people started like using Japanese paper washi or like when they serve something to Buddhist, Shinto shrine altars or Buddhist altars, like they wrap with washi, Japanese paper, nicely, and then put something to altars. So, And then, okay, let's see if I can use share now.
Okay, Shoko, I am the host so that you can share,
Oh, okay.
and then I can take it back if you'd like to keep my eye on everything.
Mhm.
Okay. So can everybody see this Shinto shrine?
It's beautiful. You can.
Yeah,
Okay, so, can you,
yeah, I can see.
okay. So now, so you can see the like kind of like a zigzag paper. Yeah, that means that's made of paper, Japanese paper washi, and that is a symbol of sacred place. Okay, and by the way, you can see two lanterns. They're made of Japanese paper too. Okay. All right, thank you. And then now I want to talk about history of paper crane. Okay, so I just want to show you a video about Sadako. Some of you must have heard about Sadako. She is a atomic bomb survivor. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. Survivor from World War II. You know, so yeah.
There's a well-known children's book about Sadako. It's fictionalized a little bit, so it's a little different than the story you'll see here. But
Okay, so.
hi, Levine.
Okay.
Story of Sadako's
Can everybody hear this?
Can you turn that up all the way, please? It's we can't hear it. And we may want to restart it.
Okay.
Try again.
Can everybody hear this?
Is that better, Melissa?
It is not.
Oh, okay.
I can read, or would one of you like to read it? It might be our best option.
Okay. Maybe I'll read it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah. Okay. In an effort to end World War II, the United States dropped an atomic bomb on Hiroshima, Japan on August 6, 1945. A young girl in Hiroshima, Japan, named Sadako Sasaki was 2 years old when the atomic bomb was dropped. She survived the initial blast and grew up as a happy child who loved to run and play with her friends in elementary school. When Sadako was 11 years old, she started to feel weak and tired all of the time. In February of 1955, she was admitted to the Atomic Bomb Survivors Hospital in Hiroshima. Sadako had developed leukemia from her exposure to radiation from the atomic bomb. Students from a girls' school in Nagoya, Japan, sent origami cranes to the hospital to help the patients feel better. Some of those cranes were given to Sadako. Sadako's father sat beside her bed and said, When you fold 1,000 paper cranes, your wish will come true. Sadako began folding 1,000 paper cranes using paper from gifts she received from friends. She would put the paper underneath her mattress to flatten out the wrinkles. When she ran out of paper, she also used wrappers from medicine bottles. Some of the special red cranes she folded were made from the wrappers of a new medicine that was donated by an American company. Even though Sadako folded more than 1,000 paper cranes, she could not overcome her disease. She died of leukemia on October 22nd, 1955. A funeral was held a few days later, but the family was poor and did not have enough money for a tomb. After the funeral, many of Sadako's friends decided to raise money for a memorial in Sadako's memory. Several days after the funeral, Sadako's friends heard that a conference of high school principals was being held in Hiroshima. Sadako's friends worked hard to print out a leaflet to distribute at the meeting. They hoped that the principals could help them raise money for Sadako's memorial. For 2.5 years, Sadako's classmates worked hard on a fundraising campaign to raise money and support to build a memorial in honor of Sadako and all of the friends who died from the atomic bombings. On May 5th, 1958, the Children's Peace Memorial was unveiled in the Hiroshima Memorial Park. The statue of the young girl holding the crane is now viewed around the world as a global symbol of peace. Popular destination too, in Hiroshima. Since 1958, many people from around the world, including thousands of student groups, have visited the Children's Peace Monument. Visitors have witnessed the annual release of doves to commemorate the anniversary of the atomic bombing. Many others have folded and sent strings of origami cranes to Hiroshima as symbols of peace. You see them everywhere in Hiroshima, actually. When we go there, we always see them. In the early 2000s, Sadako Sasaki's older brother, Masahiro Sasaki, decided to donate five of the original cranes to 5 continents. He hoped that Sadako's kokoro, or spirit, could live with others. After the tragic events of September 11th, the Japan Society of New York invited Masahiro to New York City. He chose to place one of Sadako's most precious origami cranes at the Tribute World Trade Center Visitor Center at Ground Zero because of the devastating event that occurred there. The origami crane is a symbol of the Sasaki family's hope for compassion and peace, and importantly, a lasting symbol of Sadako's life. Sadako's folded origami cranes to keep her spirit and hopes alive. Today, Sadako's cranes have inspired a small ripple of hope for peace that has grown and spread around the world.
Okay, so this is a story about Sadako and 1,000 paper cranes. So cranes, Japanese cranes are so beautiful and so grace. So that's why Japanese people love cranes. So, cranes are, we consider cranes as a symbolic of peace, health, and what else? Like happiness, good luck, yeah, you name it. So that when we have like ceremonies or like something like a wedding, we see cranes in those events. And I want to show you one picture. Let's see. There's a share.
To come back to Zoom.
Okay.
Can everyone see that? Or Melissa, can you see that? Oh, sorry. Let's try it again. Okay, so.
Photos. This one. Okay. Oh, yeah. Maybe I can show them this one. So you can see the photo of here, right?
Oh, did it come through?
So these are Japanese cranes. So aren't they beautiful? So that's why we love cranes so much. And another picture. I'm going to show you another picture. This one. Well, what's wrong? Okay, so yeah, this is another picture of cranes. Okay, and
There we go. Melissa, can you see the wedding photo?
You can't see the wedding photo right now, no.
Okay, 1 second. Let's try it again. Okay, this should work. How about now?
Oh, yes.
okay, so you see cranes here.
This is our photo, wedding photo.
Yeah, actually, yeah. So we had a wedding in Japan in 2007, and Dan and I wore kimono, special kimonos for wedding, and you can see cranes here. Yeah, it's in a silk kimono, and that's the symbol of good luck, longevity, health, and stuff like that. Okay. And also, have you seen symbol of Japan Airlines? Yeah, this is a crane too, actually. And yeah, actually, I like this symbol. It's very beautiful. Okay. And now Dan wants to explain a little more about 1,000 paper cranes.
Shoko, we didn't see the airline logo. Do you have that?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Here. Can you see now?
Beautiful,
just-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a Japanese crane. Okay. All right. Okay.
So, yeah, so Shoko has been talking about, I just wanted to sit you know, Shoko's the expert. I just happened to do a little research. I researched baseball, as Melissa mentioned, written books, and I've written a lot about Japanese high school baseball. And when I first went to Japanese high school games, and Japanese high school baseball, it's they have a tournament called Koshien, which is comparable in popularity to maybe the Super Bowl here. It's something the whole country stops and watches and follows. It's really a lot of the most famous players in Japan gained their fame, through that tournament, and even some of the players, Tanaka, who played for the Red Sox, and a few players have worked, first gained their fame there, but they, one of the things I noticed when I was going there was that they all, in every single clubhouse, locker room, they would have these 1,000 paper cranes. So like they'd have these, they're everywhere, and the players were carrying them. And so I researched further and found out that fans made those kind of as well wishes for the players. So you see them everywhere, kind of like, players carrying them, fans, young children presenting them to fans, kind of as a well wishes, and as Shoko said, not for health and also for good luck. And you can see here, when a team loses in Koshien, they present their paper cranes to the winning team, and the winning team, honors that and carries them around. It has them in their dugout too, and in their locker rooms on their team buses. So it's kind of a very important, symbol and part of the Japanese tradition in baseball. So it's not just, origami is not just recreation in Japan. It has meaning and tradition and, and value. So that's.
Yeah, thank you. All right. So, yeah, okay. So now, shall we try making paper cranes?
Oh, did you want to say why 1,000 cranes is important, or why the number is 100, 1,000, Yes.
Oh,
Because what's their national?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's just a number would do. Okay, anyway, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah, I think, yeah, 1,000 is it's just like lots of numbers, so that like many like when we make 1,000 paper cranes, usually lots of people make to 1,000 paper cranes, wishing like good luck and like a health or something like that, so that Japanese people believe that maybe their spirit of hope come get together as one. Yeah, so something like that.
Shoko, before we move on to the next portion, does anybody have any questions? Okay, let's just see if anything comes up in the chat. Okay, so if you decide that you have a question, just put it in the chat. But for right now, everybody take a second and grab your paper, because this is the part that I know everybody has been very excited about.
Okay.
So, Shoko, take it away.
Yes. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so.
Give them a second. Oh, they have the paper.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use red and white paper. Okay, so.
I'm sorry, one more Shoko. So the paper that we bought, we thought it was great because it is the same color on both sides.
Oh, okay.
Well, all of the directions I see say that one side has a white side, and that's kind of how you tell which way you should be folding. Right? So should you mark the paper on one side if it is the same color on both sides? Do you think that would be easier?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so they have paper on the same color on both sides, and maybe mark it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So sorry, we thought it was a good thing. It was the same color on both sides, but apparently that makes it a little more difficult. So you may just want to, maybe in your corners, just put some kind of symbol, so you know that in the directions would technically be your white side.
Okay. All right, so can I get started?
Yes, please.
Okay, all right, so, so I put my camera down here. Okay, so first, what you're gonna do is fold like this to make a rectangle.
Caroline's doing it too, so you have two examples going on at the same time.
And when you fold, every time you fold, make sure to line like a
Crease.
crease. Yeah, push it down. Okay. And then next is fold like this to make a square. Okay. So crease again. Okay. All right. And then I open up.
Open it back up. Open it back up.
Open it back up. So you see lines like across. Okay. Yeah, I want to make nice lines because when you fold next time, it's easier to make the next folding. Okay. So now fold like this. Make a triangle. So one corner to the other. Okay. And then this part goes, this part, corner.
Yeah, this.
Okay, this one goes here. Okay. And then now you can see two, like a kind of like a bags, top and bottom. Okay. So put this side towards you, and then use a finger. So put your finger into the first, the upper bag, like that. And then this part goes up and then push down. So now the shape is like this. Hi. Okay, so now flip over and then do the same thing. You see kind of like a bag in here. So you put your finger in here, and then this part goes to the top like this. It's like a mouth. And then push down. Okay. So now the shape is like this. Okay. How are you guys doing so far? All right. Okay, so next is, so this is an open part. Open part faces you. And what you're gonna do next is pick the one, how do I say, edge. And this edge goes to this line, like this. Okay, do same thing, the other side. So this line goes to this line. it should be like this. Okay. And flip over and do the same thing. This line goes to the middle. And do the same thing here. Okay. Like this.
Like a kite.
Yeah, it's like a kite now. Okay. So, and what you're gonna do next is, I want you to make a line here to make a next folding easier. So like fold like this. Okay. And then open up again. Okay, so it's like a kite shape. Okay. I think this is halfway through. Okay, so now I want you to open this part, okay? So open like this and use a finger, you hold this part, okay? And then this part goes to the other side all the way.
Just the first piece.
Yeah, and then now can you make like a boat like this? And then like push down like that. So it's now the shape is like a kind of like a diamond. Okay. And do the same thing the other side. Okay, so let's do it again. Okay, so open this part and hold this part with a finger. And open this part all the way to the other side. This is a little tricky part. And make like a boat, and you kind of fold using the line, and then push down. Okay. So now the shape is like this. Yeah, making paper cranes is a little difficult. This is not a beginner's. So, you know, if it's too difficult for you, don't worry about it. Just enjoy, you know, watching this, please. Yeah. Okay, so next step is, so now you see kind of like there are two legs here, okay? And this part is kind of closed. So I want you to fold the legs part, okay? So what you're gonna do next is this edge goes to the middle, okay? Just to pick one, just pick one, okay? Let me show you this. Just pick one, and this edge goes here to the middle. Fold nice and neat. Okay, and do the same thing the other side. Just pick one, and this edge goes to the middle. Okay. Yep, Caroline is doing the same thing. Okay, so the shape is like this now. Okay, this is a leg part, okay? And flip over and do the same thing. This line goes to the middle. This line also goes to the middle. Okay, edge. Okay, so this edge goes to the middle. Okay, so now you can see skinnier legs. Okay, so it's almost done. Okay. And the next step is, you see two papers here. And can you open the side like that? And then pick the leg up. Okay, like that. And fold in the middle like this. And then fold it, close it like this. Okay, let me do this again. Okay, so you see two skinnier legs, so you open the side flap, and then hold the leg up, and then close. Okay. Do the same thing the other side. Open the flap, and then fold this up, and then close. Okay. How are you guys doing so far? Okay. And this is the last part. Okay. You can pick, so either of these will be a head. Okay. So I choose this one. Yeah, Caroline choose that part, that side as a head. So what you're gonna do is just bend maybe ½ inch like that, and then fold it in the middle. Okay. All right, and then these parts will be wings. So open up the wings like that. Okay. Yep, Caroline is doing the same thing. And you can see there's a tiny hole at the bottom. Okay. So, okay. So there's a tiny hole at the bottom, and what you're gonna do is blow air like this into it, so that this part becomes inflates. Okay. All right. So this is Caroline's paper crane, which is well done. And I made the red one. Okay. How's that, Melissa?
That was amazing. Thank you. Mine does not look like that. So I will have to go through again.
Okay.
Did
Yeah.
anybody ask if you were going to show us again, or we can just post the video? If that's up to you. Let's take another. Did anybody have any questions about any specific parts? And you can turn off your. I'm sorry. You can unmute yourself if you want to talk to Shoko and her family about either the folding or anything from earlier. And see what they have to say.
Does anyone have questions?
Just
Or
want to say thank you for sharing
Oh.
you and your family. My daughter is half Japanese, and it's wonderful to hear about the culture. So thank you.
oh, nice. Good. Thank you. Konnichiwa.
If anybody wants to show their crane, feel free to turn on your video.
Yes, please. I'd love to see your paper cranes.
Oh, here we go. Oh, that's
Oh.
I see origami
Wow.
paper. And I see, it looks like maybe scrapbook paper, some pretty stuff out there. All sorts of colors. This is awesome. These are gonna look great.
Wow.
And oh, how cute. Sarah,
Great
these are great.
job. Oh,
Um,
my.
So you spoke a lot earlier, Shoko, about washi paper. And I think anybody that bullet journals, I know there's an interest in our patrons in bullet journaling. We use a lot of washi tape, which is one of my favorite things in the world. And I get a lot of mine straight from Japan, and it is the most beautiful. It's just so beautiful. It's so beautifully made. If you get a chance to use actual Japanese washi paper or tape, it's absolutely beautiful. So it's artwork in itself.
Okay, good.
Show them like.
Yeah, so someone says anything easier to make. So yeah, I want to, Melissa, is that okay if I can?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so I just want to show you a very easy one. Okay, yeah, I want to show you how to make a kitty cat.
Oh, yay.
Okay.
That one.
Yeah, this is very, very easy. Okay, let's see.
Shoko, maybe you want to tell them too, like how you learned how to do origami. And
Oh yeah, so when I was little, like Caroline's age, she's 11 years old or even younger. Yeah, of course we didn't have internet or computer. So I used to, make make animals, or of course cranes, dogs, cats, yeah, like those stuff with origami papers with my friends. Yeah, which was really good for me. Yeah. So okay.
It's a popular children's pastime.
Yeah. Okay, so let me show you how to make a cat. Okay. So what you're gonna do first is make a triangle like this, okay? And then pick one of the pointy parts, okay? And then maybe I put like this. Yeah, halfway up like that, and do the same do the same thing the other side, like put the halfway up. Okay. And then this is the last part. So this pointy part, you just fold down like that. Okay. And flip over. And then you can draw eyes and nose, whiskers. Yeah, like that. I'm not good at drawing, but how's that? This is a kitty cat.
That is great, and I will say success. There is hope yet.
Good.
My kitty is very cute. We want to show our kitties off too. I know everybody who just made a crane is like, seriously, Melissa, but really, this is a big accomplishment. Here we go.
Okay, so do you have any other questions or comments? Yeah, I'm sorry, my English is not good, but I hope you understand my English.
It is wonderful. We understood everything today, and it has been a super interesting event. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry if Sadako always got to me a little bit, so we got to end with the happy stuff. But, and again, thank you for joining us. I think this makes our 1,000 Paper Crane initiative even more special, knowing the history behind it, and especially how you talked about when people make a number like 1,000 cranes, everybody does it together. They all come together to do it. We're getting some comments. People really enjoyed it, and it was great. So again, just thank you to the Gordon family for joining us today and for allowing us to post this. As soon as I finish, I will download it when we all leave today, and then I will upload it to our YouTube page. So within a couple of hours, hopefully not that long, depending on how the technology goes, we will be uploading that today sooner than later. And these wonderful origami instructions will be there for you while we do this and beyond. Thank you so much. Let me just check the chat one last time. Yes, a lot of thank yous.
Thank you so much, Melissa, and everyone.
Everybody loved the history just as much as the origami, so thank you. It was a fun lesson, and again, it's added so much meaning to our project. So thank you all so much, and have a great weekend.
We can't wait to see the 1,000 cranes in Cumberland.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
bring your cranes to the library, and we will definitely be sending the Gordon family pictures of our final displays. So thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.